Hello, and welcome to GGA News Broadcast. We are live here in Rangeley, Maine. We have quite the lineup for y'all today. We got FDR, JFK, President Barack Obama, and Thomas Jefferson. I'm going to answer the questions, and they're going to do all the talking. We're going to get down to business tonight. Don't forget to stay tuned in, and don't blink, or you might miss something. Hello, and welcome to today's newscast. Today we have a special guest, Mr. President Thomas Jefferson. Hey TJ, that was a great inaugural yesterday. Wouldn't you say so?
Oh yeah, I really laid down the law.
What do you think your main goal was when speaking?
Really, I just want to reassure the people that, yes, my party won, but that doesn't mean the minority should be left out. We all need to unite.
Well, that's great. I also hear that you believe in equal rights. Is that because you sleep with your female slaves?
No. Why would one do such a thing? I'm the president. I will always remain faithful to my wife that has passed on.
Oh, well, is that true? Then why do we have this picture?
What? How did you get that photograph? I had it hidden away in my dresser. That's a crime.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. We caught you. And I hear you have a black son, too. And you're spending all your money on your black family. You clearly stated in your address that our government should stay frugal, but now all you do is spend on luxuries for them.
Oh, nonsense. Now, that is not true. I do not associate with my slaves. Sure, I got a little carried away in my inaugural address, but that doesn't mean I think they should be equal to us. They are simply uncivilized. And no, I do not spend money on them. Enough with this nonsense. I gotta go. The Congress has called me in for a quick meeting over the extinction of dinosaurs. See you later.
Oh, really, Dad? You don't associate me? Man, just a minute ago we was tossing a rock out in the backyard.
So you and your father are in a pickle here.
Hells yeah we are. Man, I'm sick of all this dissemination. He said straight up in his speech, we are all united. Now we trying to patronize me?
I don't understand it either. We should probably get going and work hard labor without getting anything in return. Nice speaking to you. Round of applause to Dave the Slave, everyone. Good.
Hello. Today, Saturday, March 4th, 1933, the former governor of New York has made his first inaugural address. There are mixed emotions from all. We are here live in the newsroom asking the public their reactions on our new president, Franklin D. Roosevelt. Do you think Roosevelt will be able to bring America back on tracks?
Well, I'm an honest man. That works for his own, and to have my own life savings taken from me is devastating. And I started to disbelieve in the power of America. But when I heard President Roosevelt's speech, it helped me to feel comfortable, to go back to work, because he gave me the confidence that he would never let it happen again. So yes, with the help of American people, I believe that FDR can get us back on the right track.
Thank you, sir. I believe in America because of the spirit in people like you. And you, sir, you look like a successful man. Why do you think America has got in this situation? And do you think President Roosevelt can bring us back to the economic stability?
Well, America has gotten itself in this crisis because of the stupidity of many. First off, for the people that trusted their money in others' hand. They are lazy people that should have thought about their actions before they did them. It's their own fault. And as for Roosevelt, I think it is unnecessary for the government to step in.
Well, thank you, sir, I think. Folks, you heard it here first, from the opinions of the wealthy to the workers. Good afternoon. John, your first inaugural speech was pretty inspirational during these tough times in America.
I appreciate your kind words, Mr. Interviewer.
Please tell me about your speech.
In a time where every single country is making nukes, we need to negotiate with the people who have their minds wrapped around communism. We are facing the climax of a cold and nuclear war. We all need to unite and not turn this into a war that can be prevented.
Very inspirational choice of words, sir.
As I always say, ask not if you can deliver the speech, ask if you are willing to give the speech.
Not only was it a phenomenal speech, but you had some pretty powerful quotes in there as well.
Ah, yes. One of my favorites was, "We pledge the best efforts to help them help themselves."
Does that apply to you helping yourself to Marilyn Monroe?
Ask not if you can keep quiet about this. Ask if you're willing to take this $20 bill and never speak about this again.
I like your honesty, sir.
Indeed.
Now back to uniting the country together during tough times. Why is it so important for everyone to unite?
Once everyone is binded strongly to their own freedoms that they support, America will be able to come to a compromise about this foe to assure the survival and success of liberty.
Would you think Miss Monroe would follow your ideology?
I'm going to convert your good words into good deeds and give you another $20.
Thank you. You have to be one of my favorite speakers of all time, Mr. Preston. Thank you for your interview.
Yeah, my wallet begs to differ.
Welcome to our newscast. Today, we have a very special guest, our current president, Mr. Barack Obama.
Oh, hello, GCAV. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem, Mr. President. How do you think your second inaugural went yesterday? You really called out the GOP on the gridlock going on in Congress. Do you think that's going to make them work with you or make them want to stay the same?
Well, I feel pretty good about it. I spoke my mind and wasn't afraid of anything, especially the conservatives. I hope that this address sent that message: we must act upon this nation's dilemmas, rather than play the blame game. We can't treat name-calling as reasoned debate.
Well, I hope it works. I think America definitely saw that you were fearless. You went right out there and did your thing. You also have some critics about the speech, so I've heard.
I'm no stranger to critics, GCAV. I just follow the trend and call them haters now.
That's nice, Mr. President. But in all seriousness, some people got the impression that if they didn't agree with you, then they're considered un-American to you. What do you have to say about that?
Well, they can think whatever they choose. That's why America's so great. When my speechwriter and I were drafting this speech, I didn't think about that at all. I was just being myself out there and greeting my ideas out on how to make this country even better.
I like that attitude. Now, what would you say was your main point in the speech?
I touched on a lot of major issues, from civil rights to education to gun control. It's all very important to not only me, but this amazing country. My job is to address problems, and I thought I did that very well.
Out of all those topics, which one do you think is most relevant to today?
As of right now, the most relevant one has to be gun violence. Over the past few years, even the past months, violence with guns has skyrocketed. We need this to stop.
What about the economy? Is Congress at least being productive about that?
Well, as I said, Congress is having its ups and downs, but we will get the job done, and soon. Studies show that the economy is getting better each and every day, and I won't stop contributing until it's back to normal.
That's great. Have a good day, Mr. President.
You too, GCAV.